IKarao is coming in by storm, and some time back I reviewed the IKarao Break X1 and the Break X2. Then IKarao released the Shell S1, and now they've just released the IKarao Shell S2. Welcome back to the channel. I'm going to be taking you through the awesome new little IKarao Shell S2 and show you everything it's about and why it's gotten so much cheaper and who is it for. Have they taken away anything? Have they not taken away anything? Because it's pretty difficult to get something so good down to such a price point. Okay, but firstly, who is IKarao? Now, if you don't know, IKarao makes JBL, Anker, Soundcore. They make a whole bunch of devices, and these guys are not new to speakers and amazing quality sound. So when they jumped on board last year, it's just over a year ago that they released the Break X1. That device came through and literally just destroyed every other karaoke speaker machine on the market. So to put this in order from, if I can say, most expensive to most affordable, you've got the IKarao Break X1, the Break X2, the Shell S1, and finally the Shell S2. So this is currently the smallest, most affordable speaker in the lineup. The Shell S2 is still a 3-in-1 speaker. It's this speaker, screen, tablet, and microphone device. It's built absolutely amazing. Honestly, I feel this is one of their nicest, cleanest, most sturdiest device. And I don't know if it's this new fabric that they've put around here. On the Shell S1, it's more of a metal plastic, and this now has that old school kind of vibe. And this has got a very classy, classic little look to it. It looks great on a shelf, looks great everywhere. The buttons are great. The display feels good. Even when it closes. The only thing is when you do open it, you kind of do need to hold it because the hinge is nice and strong, so it will lift a little bit, but once you get used to it, it's pretty simple. Now, the handle on this is something that I absolutely love. All the others have come with these little straps over here that you would hook in. So you hook in the strap and you kind of carry it over your shoulder. The problem is with the strap is it's nice to have, but when you do put it down, it is a little bit untidy. With the handle, it's just super easy, and it's a neat little handle. Solid metal. Folds away nicely. Still looks good, clean, classical. You don't even see the handle. Its screen is a pretty decent size at 8 inches, and battery life is around 8 hours. Yes, it has a built-in battery, just like every other IKarao device so far, and all of them are about 8 hours. So that's great. It can be charged via USB-C. The other Shell S1 is also charged via USB-C. On the front, you do have the volume roller that IKarao has put on all of their devices, and it feels exactly the same. It's obviously the exact same roller, so there's no money spared over there. You do have a cute little light display over here. Now, on both Shell devices, this is the only light display, unlike the Break X1 and the Break X2, that has lights that go around the speakers. You then do have 4 buttons over here, one being the power button, one being the bass boost button, another Bluetooth, and then an input button. Now, the input button, like on every other IKarao device, I don't know how they've just cut this price away and got it so low, because they've taken nothing away over here. Your input button allows you to toggle between Bluetooth, aux in, and local play. So that's basically 3 different ways to essentially play music. But local play changes quite a bit, because this device has Wi-Fi built into it too, which allows your tablet to connect to the internet. So YouTube, the IKarao app, pretty much whatever you want to play music on and stream it, you pretty much can. And local play also allows you to utilize the USB OTG or the USB port on the back to load music into the device, meaning you can locally play music without an internet connection. So you could load music onto the device, right? Number one. You could also run an aux in to the device if you had music on something else. Number 2 way to play it. Number 3 is connect your phone via Bluetooth and play music over Bluetooth to the speaker. That's number 3. Number 4 would be to utilize the tablet and connect to Wi-Fi. So pretty much there's multiple ways to play music. And regardless of whichever way you play music, the mics can always be used. On the back, you have a 3.5mm mic in. And yes, on your Break X1, you do have the larger port for like guitars and that, but on here, they've still included one 3.5mm port. You have an aux in. You also have USB-C OTG, an aux out, USB-C for charging, USB-A for local media, and then an HDMI out. So yes, you can technically run aux out from this speaker to this speaker. And yes, they never took away the HDMI port, which is fantastic. All the IKarao devices so far have all come with an HDMI out. Now, for those of you that have asked, because I have seen some questions on the channel, when you do connect this via HDMI out to your TV, you will see this. Just like in the Karao app, it actually utilizes the Karao app to go full screen, but the smaller version stays on here, so you can still navigate and kind of gives you a full feed 19 by 20 out, essentially. Makes it very, very useful. And then people have asked, does the HDMI out send sound out? So what I did was I plugged this into my TV and I got no sound coming out of my TV. Now, I'm not sure if that's limited only to this device. I did just only test it with this device. But when you connect it to HDMI out to your TV, or let's say a projector, your sound still comes out of here. So your sound doesn't try and go through the TV and then bypass the speaker. Your speaker is still the device giving sound. So essentially, your picture runs out via HDMI. Your microphone still come over the speaker. Your music will still come over the speaker. HDMI out is just to enlarge the display so everyone can have fun and have a good karaoke party. And finally, the star of the show is the fact that this is a karaoke machine. It's a karaoke device, and like every IKarao device, I've said that a lot in this video, it also still comes with two microphones that are docked in like this. Now, these mics are magnetically docked, so no matter which way you put them in, they will always pull themselves right, and they are self-charging. So when you dock them, these metal rings line up and they will automatically charge the microphones. Now, the microphones do charge even off the device's battery. So they don't just charge when you plug the speaker on charge. So if you do plug the speaker on charge, it will essentially charge everything. If you are busy singing, you're out somewhere and you are using the mic, when you put it back, even though the speaker is not plugged in on charge, it will still charge the microphone. Now, the speaker, like I said, does give you about 8 hours battery life. These, I cannot tell you how long the battery life is on these. Even with the Break X1, I've never flattened the batteries on these. They last long enough for any kind of karaoke party that you're going to have. And I think that just boils down to if I'm going to be singing and playing with it, or my kids are having a blast, someone always goes and ends up putting it back. And they clearly charge very fast because by the next time that you use them, they're always full. And for those wondering, these mics work just like the other mics from all the IKarao devices. They work fantastic. Now I'm pretty sure you can hear the sound of that. 1, 2, test 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. Pretty loud, pretty clear. When you double tap on this mic, it does change the sound mode. 1, 2. Let's get the mic closer. 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. I don't have that radio voice. Mic test. 1, 1, 2.
1, 1, 2. That's cartoon mode.
1, 1, 2. That is monster mode. 1. And that's back to normal mode. 1. There we go. That's the standard. Original mode. Now you can go in and change all of these settings and customize it. Now the menu over here within the tablet is pretty cool. You do have your settings where you can go and adjust your Wi-Fi. You do have your sound, your mic effects, and you can adjust pretty much everything on this display besides for just your YouTube and what have you. Now, before I give you the price, let's just do a bit of a sound comparison between these devices so you can hear. Bear in mind, this isn't at full power. These are all around 50 to 75% power on all of them. Other than that, the menu system is pretty much exactly like you've seen on all the other IKarao devices. Whatever you can change on here with the buttons and the mic, you can change within the tablet too. Very simple. YouTube, going into the settings, your brand name, it shows you everything, all the about, the model number, then you've got your display and you can adjust the brightness, the sleep time, you can go to the sound and you can push up the tone setting, you've got mic priority, the wireless mic volume, your mic mode, which is the exact modes that I just changed through just now, and then obviously you have your WLAN, which is your Wi-Fi. Now this does even have 5G, so you can connect it to a 5G network. So it is pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory, and it's very, very easy to use. Another quick access to mic effects, the quick access to the music. You can adjust the volume on the display, or you can just adjust the volume on here. And then Bluetooth, you can connect Bluetooth. There we go, it's already connected to my phone. So the only thing that I haven't found in the IKarao Shell S1 and S2, and this is available in the Break X1 and X2, is TWS mode, allowing them to wirelessly sync together so that you can play super, super loud music. And I get that. Somewhere there's got to be a little bit of a cost cutting, and I think that's really where it is. Over there, as well as the sound quality. The sound quality of the Shell S2 is nothing like the big Break X1. People ask me all the time in the comments on my Break X2 and Break X1 video, which one's got the better sound. It's pretty clear that the biggest speaker is going to have the best sound. The Break X1 is amazing. It's loud, it's potent, it's crisp, and it's clear. As you get further down, even the Shell S1 sounds quite considerably better than the Shell S2. This sounds a little bit more boxy, a little bit quieter, and you can kind of hear that there is a little bit of, obviously, cost saving in this. It's still a great device. It's still going to be absolutely perfect. If you want to buy this as a gift for someone, or if you want to get this for your kids, literally, Michelle uses this all over the house. The fact that you can just pick this up and carry it around, you can put a makeup tutorial on here, you can take the music, you're cleaning the house, and you just pick up the speaker, you walk past it, you grab it, and you go. Absolutely amazing. Easy to use, whether you're connecting your phone via Bluetooth or it's connected to Wi-Fi and you're playing music off the device. Super simple. Now, off camera, I did do something that I wish I did do on camera, but I did compare this to the sound of the JBL Pulse 5, and that's going to lead me to the price. I've had the Pulse 5 for quite some time now, and I love the JBL Pulse 5, but the Pulse 5 doesn't sound as good as this. It's a little bit tinier, and this has got a bit more bass, and it's definitely got a little bit more volume. I would say they are somewhat comparable depending on what sound you are actually looking for. But when you look at the price of the JBL Pulse 5, it is just a speaker. It has waterproof, but not many of us are throwing our speakers in the water, but it is $249. This is $279. It sounds better. It comes with a tablet. It comes with 2 wireless mics, HDMI out, aux in, Bluetooth, local play. It's literally not even comparable at that price point to something like the JBL Pulse 5. On top of that, if you are currently buying any IKarao device like the Shell S2 or the S1, and I believe even on the Break X1 or X2, if I'm not mistaken, but it comes with 6 months of KaraoFun free. Now, I think 6 months of KaraoFun is worth like $60, so essentially you're paying $219 or something for this device because you're getting $60 subscription for free on KaraoFun. Now, if you've never used KaraoFun, you have to do it. It's very, very cool. They've got a ton of licensed music that is in there that allows you to sing, and the words on the screen. It's a great party vibe, and there's a ton of music over there. So what's the verdict? To be quite honest, the Break X1 is huge. It's a great device. If you're willing to lug it around and carry it, sure. The Break X2 is a little bit smaller, still massive sound, amazing device. And then you've got the S1 and the S2. If I'm gonna go outside and it's just me and the kids and we're just sitting outside having a braai or a barbecue and you wanna listen to some music playing in the background, no brainer that I'm gonna pick this, probably just connect my phone to Bluetooth because I might not get Wi-Fi signal all the way out in the yard and just play some music. If I want a little bit more sound, maybe in the office, just leave this there in the back. In our gym room, we've actually got the Break X1, and it sounds amazing in there. We can pump the music as loud as we want to. And in actual fact, my Break X2 always stands here in the studio. Love playing music when I'm shooting, especially when we're shooting some cool content with models and things like that. It's really great to have some nice audio. So they do all have a different use. There is no one real speaker to buy. And obviously, if you wanted to go slap bang in the middle when it comes to sound, quality, and size, probably the Break X2. It is obviously a little bit more expensive, but it is a slightly different shape, slightly different design, and it's not as sleek and cool looking as the brand new Shell S2. So that's it. I hope I can answer some of your questions with that, because I'm sure you guys are going to all ask me which device should you buy, and that's pretty much what I can give you. Love the devices. Hope you enjoyed the sound test, and thanks for watching. Wherever you are in the world, have a good day, good evening, good night, goodbye.